Good evening. It's Monday, February 18, 2020 here in Cebu City. I'm Flor Kerubin and here's all you need to know in NewsBits tonight. Stranded overseas Filipino workers with jobs in Hong Kong and Macau may now report back to work as the Philippine government has exempted them from the travel ban. Here's Romaine Rivera for the details.
The Department of Foreign Affairs announced earlier today that the government lifted the travel ban for overseas Filipino workers returning to work in Hong Kong and Macau. This after the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Disease has agreed to exempt them from the travel ban. The two Chinese regions were included in the travel ban imposed by the Philippines as a preventive measure against the coronavirus disease. Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. said returning migrant workers to Hong Kong and Macau will sign health waivers, but the government will not waive its obligation to take care of them. The Secretary has been advocating for the lifting of the travel ban for migrant workers, arguing that they would receive better health care in Hong Kong and Macau. As of February 17, the total number of infected persons worldwide increased to 71,429, including 1,775 deaths, mostly in China. In the Philippines, 171 patients are still under investigation for coronavirus disease, while 350 patients have been discharged already. Romaine Rivera, NewsBits Tonight.
The Cebu City Transportation Office has recorded 16,000 jaywalking violators in the city since January 1 to February 14 this year. Here's Kenneth Torres for the details.
More than 16,000 individuals were apprehended by the Cebu City Transportation Office for jaywalking since January 1 to February 14 this year. The record shows a big increase compared to the same period last year where only 3,074 violators were apprehended. Authorities said most violators were apprehended along Colon Street, while some violators were apprehended along the streets in Robinson's Fuente, SM City, Cebu, Barangay Mabolo, Gaisano Capital, 138 Mall, and Colonnade. Cebu City Transportation Office Chief Erwin Navales said a lot of violators came from the province who have no idea about the anti-jaywalking ordinance. Navales said the public should properly use the pedestrian lanes to avoid accidents. If caught, violators have to choose between paying 50 pesos or rendering a community service. If the violator chooses to render a community service, they will have to undergo a 4-hour seminar and clean outside the CCTO's office. Navales, however, clarified that senior citizens and pregnant mothers, including those who need to buy medicines, are exempted provided that they have a medical prescription. Kenneth Torres, NewsBits Tonight.
Police Lieutenant Colonel Jovito Benito is blaming failure of intelligence and gossip for his inclusion in the illegal drugs watch list of President Rodrigo Duterte. Benito was listed along with other 357 police officers, which is still being verified by the Philippine National Police. Benito was surprised to learn that he was included in the list, adding that it was just a result of gossip and there may have been a failure of intelligence. The police official said the information against him may have come from influential people connected to high-ranking officials of the PNP. He maintained that he has never dipped his hand into the illegal drug trade. Presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo had said that Duterte believes that Benito is being targeted by a black propaganda campaign. Benito has been commended by Duterte for his role in the neutralization of suspected narco-politicians, former Albuera Leyte Mayor Rolando Espinosa and former Osamis City Mayor Reynaldo Paruhinog. For the latest in sports, here's Kenneth Torres.
The Sacred Heart School Ateneo de Cebu Magis Eagles captured the Cebu City title in the SMNT BC League qualifier after besting Southwestern University Finma Baby Cobras 116-75 on Sunday. The Eagles were ahead 12 points at halftime and pulled away even further after an explosive performance that increased their lead by as much as 49 points. Mike Boniel, Ariel Dinglasa, as well as Raymark Narbasa and Rafi Celis fired with 16 points in the third quarter. That gave them a massive lead heading to the final quarter. Boniel scored 23 points, 5 rebounds and assists, including 4 steals for the Eagles. John Aguilar helped out with 12 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists, as Joey Villamayor contributed a double-double of 11 points and 8 boards to go with 4 blocks. Meanwhile, Deseo Villanueva led the Baby Cobras with 21 points. Both Eagles and Cobras are headed to Manila to compete in the National High School Championships next month at the Mall of Asia Arena. Kenneth Torres, NewsBits Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph and follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Flor Kerubin. Good evening.